Another thing that was hinted at in the trailer, on like one of the laptops or whatever, it says something about a nuke. Now, there are two prevailing theories about what this could mean and how it could relate to how the Warzone map is going to change, and how it has been hinted at by Infinity Ward that the map will change. And these are the two most likely candidates from what I've been able to gather. One is that the dam is going to get nuked. So as we have talked about on the pod, the dam is like starting to leak a little, or it has cracks in it, but it hasn't started leaking yet. So people were thinking maybe the dam is going to like flood, and then that'll change the Warzone map. So it's not going to be a new map, but it's going to be the same map, but it's just going to be changed. Similar to Jungle Flooded, or Arsenal Sandstorm, or Hacienda Twilight, a la Black Ops 4. So one of how the nuke would tie into this is if the dam gets nuked instead of just starts leaking, that would make the dam area look nuked. And also, supposedly, there would be a bunch of fucking water all around the map, or at least around that area of the map.
Big yikes.
Big yikes for you. Any other thoughts than yikes, Tanner?
I don't understand.
The dam gets nuked.
Okay, I don't understand. Everyone keeps thinking these nukes are going to happen. And, you know, I've fallen victim to it as well because of what everyone else thinks. If a nuke hits the dam, okay, this game is supposed to be somewhat realistic, right? Isn't that what Infinity Ward's going for? Somewhat. If they, quote unquote, nuke the dam or the city, that would destroy the whole fucking map. What do they think? They're going to drop a nuke on a little city that's a half mile wide, and that's the only thing that's going to be destroyed?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
It's a fair
People
point.
keep talking about a nuke. It would destroy the entire map. Well, that's why I feel like if a nuke is coming, the map's gonna be destroyed. We're gonna have a new map, which doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
Agreed.
I don't know.
But they also refer to them as quote unquote tactical nukes. So maybe it's like a little baby nuke.
Little baby boy, yeah. It's not as big as what the United States dropped on Hiroshima and Nagasaki.
That's certainly true, particularly Nagasaki. Read a book. So if Dam did get a Hiroshima-sized nuke minus 0.5, how do you think that would change the map? How do you think you would like it? Any thoughts?
If there's water everywhere, it's going to be a worse map no matter how you look at it. It would always be worse no matter what. I don't want a bunch of water. Mm-hmm. Now, if downtown was destroyed, I would like the map a lot more, and I know you would too. That's the worst part of the map. I mean, we hate running through that. Okay, but anyways, if it's just dam we're talking about, the map being flooded, I would hate it, and I don't think anyone else would like it. You know, people are like craving for some sort of event to happen because they play Fortnite and they're 14 years old and they play on their Xbox that their mom bought them for Christmas 3 years ago. But that wouldn't be fun playing on a flooded map.
Yeah, agreed. Now, the only thing with the dam, though, is like, what if instead of the map being flooded, they nuke the dam and then all the water gets released, but then there's just like water on the ground, but it's only like half an inch deep in most spots, so that you don't have to actually swim. You can still play as normal, but it just looks different. And then the dam is radically different because all the buildings got destroyed, but there's no like swimming element. Would that change anything for you?
I would be completely okay with that. And that really would make more sense now that you say that, because they're not going to add in a swimming animation.
Yeah, there isn't one. That's a great point. So
that makes a lot of sense. If it was just something like that, then yeah, it's not a big deal. And if it destroyed, parts of the map on the way in, I would kind of be upset if it destroyed military base, because that's like my favorite place to land. But no, that would be fine as long as we don't have to swim or something, and as long as we don't have to swim and they're not going to add boats in, I would be okay.
I think you make such a good point that is completely convincing to me, which is that as far as we know, there's no swimming animation in the game. I don't recall ever swimming in the campaign either. Do you? I don't recall it. So if there's no swimming animation already in the game, there's a 0% chance that they're going to suddenly add that just to change an existing map. So there is a second theory about this nuke. Because again, the nuke is mentioned in the trailer for Season 4. But it was also, there's a nuke sitting inside Bunker 11, which we talked about a week or two ago.
Yeah.
So they've been hinting at this whole nuke thing. And they've also been hinting at the map changing a la Fortnite for a while. So I think it is all but confirmed that some part of the map for Warzone will be nuked and it's going to change how the map looks. I think that is all but confirmed. So the dam was one theory. And the second theory, I don't know where they got this from. I think it might be wishful thinking on the part of the player base, and I'm right there with them, that downtown would get nuked. And that's how the multiplayer Warzone, the Warzone map would change. Now, I have two questions for you, Tanner. We're going to start with question 1. Have you heard this theory? And if you have, is there any basis for downtown being purported as the target specifically? Or is it purely wishful thinking and people are just hoping downtown happens to be the spot they pick?
I think it's more people hoping it's downtown.
Because I haven't seen anything where it's like, because they've been hinting at the nuke, but I don't see anywhere where they've hinted at the nuke hitting downtown. Have you?
No, not exactly.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's more just wishful thinking.
Okay. I think you're right. And if anyone knows if there was ever a hint as to why downtown specifically would have been nuked, please let us know. But that takes me to my second question, Tanner, which is, how would the gameplay experience of the BR change for you if downtown did get nuked? First of all, what would that look like? And second of all, how would it play?
Just a bunch of rubble everywhere, maybe. If it's that case, then the visibility in that area would be bad because Infinity Ward would add 4.3 million floating dust particles in the air.
True.
So we wouldn't be able to see more than 30 meters. I mean, okay, here's the thing. Okay. We hate downtown and we don't like running through it. And for that reason, we usually just avoid it. So it wouldn't, if nothing happens in downtown, it stays the way it is, it wouldn't be the biggest deal because a lot of people have just learned to avoid it. I mean, I don't think the final zone really ends there often, does it? Can you think of many times we've ended in downtown? I can't really think of any.
Just as often as any other place. I mean,
I don't know. I don't think it's
random.
Ever happened. Okay. Well, it's not completely random, but yeah. I don't know. I mean, it's easy enough to just avoid it if we don't want to play there. But if there was a better area to fight over in place of downtown and a bunch of skyscrapers, everyone would enjoy that more.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, so I actually didn't think about that, but the dust would be fucking outrageous, which would not be great. But I still think I would rather have that than downtown as it is now. Because it's such a fucking death trap as it is now. So many buildings to camp in. It's just, it's crazy. So I think that would be cool. I don't know how likely it is. And community pressure wouldn't cause them to nuke downtown because they must have started on whatever the project is way before there was community pressure to nuke downtown, for example. Oh, for
sure.
You know what I'm saying? So whatever the plan was, it was formulated and worked on well in advance of us actually getting info that something might be nuked, and therefore the community saying nuke downtown. So I hope it's downtown, but I don't know. But it also doesn't seem very likely to me that the dam gets nuked, though. I don't know why. But it's just so... It's like at the edge of the map, you know? Yeah, it's at the very edge of the map. Like, it wouldn't change that much. So I feel like that isn't it either. So honestly, if I had to make a prediction, I would say... Ooh, I had to crack my back. It is neither at Dam nor at downtown. That's my
Really?
prediction. That's my prediction.
That's crazy. It would be downtown just because of the fact that there would obviously, if they're going for the realistic aspect
Yeah,
again, there'd be
maybe
way
they
more
would.
people there.
Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. It remains to be seen. I guess I'll amend my prediction. It won't be Dam. That's my prediction. That's as far as I'm willing to go.